All right. And there it is. Say hi when you get on. Hi, Tony. Hi, everyone. I missed you guys. Hi, Luann. Hi, Jan. Hi, Marlene. Woo. So glad to be back with you guys. Got quite the lineup for today. Hi, Shirley. So if you hadn't heard already, hi, Wendy. Oh, thank you. I'm wearing Pure Ambrosia right now, and this is in Bombshell Blonde. There we go. And I've got 5 other colors. I've got all of the Luxe Collection colors, all of the relevant Café collection colors, and I've got all of the City Collection, all the colors now. So I can go through and show them, and I pulled out a bunch of comparable styles that people are interested in so that you can see everything all at once, everything, so that should be really good. So it's all the Belletress colors, so you can choose exactly what you're trying to get. Oh, thank you so much, Jan. And my husband's watching. Thank you, Tony. Okay, just gonna wait a little bit for some more people to hop on, and then we'll get started. If you haven't shared, please do, so that we can get as many people as we can to see this, because like I said, I've got everything here, basically every color, so everyone can see it. But I mean, replays are good too, so all the relevant information. Hello, Jacqueline. All right, so I guess I will go ahead and start. If you haven't shared, please do. I'm going to start with the Pure Ambrosia right now. Hi, Beth. Oh, thank you. So this is Pure Ambrosia, and this is brushed out. This is in the color Bombshell Blonde. Let's see, I've got all of them right here. So you can see it's very nice. All the like curls and waves, it's so pretty. It really is just a super glamorous, like, I would say like date night hair. It's so pretty. Like, that was kind of the inspiration here. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Hi, Shay. Okay, and I do have a heater on because it's kind of cold in here. So hopefully that's not like bothering anyone, the noise. All right, so I'm going to go on to the next one, which is going to be brown sugar sweet cream, and I'm going to go over the cap, and then I'll put it on. So this is what it looks like when it comes straight out of the box. Of course, I like took off all the stuff, obviously, but this is how the curls are so compact, and when you brush it out, this is what it looks like. So when I put this one on, the reason it doesn't look like this is because I brushed this one out, and I can brush it out to show exactly what I mean. Oh, thank you, Marlene. Hi, Kat. Hi, Rita. I look beautiful. Thank you so much. Hi, Leanne. Thank you. All right. So just keep this one in your mind of how you can see how pretty that looks. And you can see how these are tightly compact. It's all just brushing it out. That's all. Okay. So the cap on this one is like the others from the Café collection. It is a center part, and it has the creative lace front and velvet ear tabs that are moldable, an extended velvet nape here, and the pull type adjusters. Hi, Susan. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've actually never tried the Bombshell blonde before, and I was like, oh wow, that's really blonde. My goodness. Hi, Martha. Thank you. Yes, no, the dress is super. I have this like new favorite sort of brand that I've been buying stuff from because it has like built-in shapewear. It's the Papa Lush or something like that, and I've bought like 10 of their dresses because I like it. Okay, because I do have 4 children, so so I've got kind of a lot of, you know, mom tummy or whatever, and I lost like a ton of weight, so I've got loose skin even though it doesn't look like it. Hi, Andy. Yes, I am feeling better. I've been taking antibiotics and steroids, like a Z-Pack sort of situation. Hi, Margaret. Are you from Ontario? It's a long ways away. Thank you. Hi, Solitaire. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Martha. All right, so this is brown sugar sweet cream, and as I said, like it's tightly compact, and all you've got to do is really just brush it out, and I'll kind of show you how it just very easily, very gently, just kind of go through the curls, and you get this really beautiful, like, just, it's so gorgeous. It's literally like the best date night hair. This is like a bombshell wig. Like, honestly, it's so pretty. Like, the style on it is just fantastic. You can see how pretty that is in the brown sugar sweet cream. Just like the blonde too. Like, this is so, so pretty. Like, look at the curls still. Isn't it so pretty? Hi, Carolyn. I'm a gorgeous mom. Oh, thank you, Andy. So here is brown sugar sweet cream. And I'll be using these wigs as like reference point for later when we do the rest of the stuff, because people always are asking about brown sugar sweet cream and whatnot. Because I do think there is a luxe color that is more similar to brown sugar sweet cream than there is in the City collection, which I know a lot of people have been asking about that. Because I've never actually even seen all of the colors in the luxe collection. And I have to tell you, some of them are, they are so, so pretty in person. Like, they're so pretty. Okay. This is Butterbeer Blonde. Very, very pretty. And I have all the blondes from the Café collection, so I can show them when I'm also doing the other ones, so that way everyone can get an idea. Beautiful, love it combed out. Yes, Marlene, it's gorgeous. Pure Ambrosia is gorgeous on you. Thank you so much, Shirley. And I do have to say all the caps are the same as before, so it's a center part. And I do take them in like a little bit because I find that Belletress is large on me. So if you like the tightly spiraled look, this is what it would look like, or just before you brush it out. It looks just as pretty in this one too. They did such a good job on this style. Like, honestly, it's so pretty. You just kind of move those out of the way, and they immediately stop face flopping because of the style. Like, that's so pretty. So, so pretty. Hi, Allison. I'm so glad you're on the mend. We missed you. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I missed you guys too. Like, honestly, when I had to call it, I was like, oh no. It's like I felt so terrible. I didn't even get on, like, any social media at all. I couldn't even stay awake. It was terrible. Andy says, hi, Shirley. Hope you're feeling better. Martha says, 70s Farrah Fawcett hair. Yeah, I agree. Hi, Sherry. Okay. So that is Butterbeer Blonde. Let's see. And then I got her in another popular one, which is Mocha with Cream. And this is so pretty on this style too. Like, guys, it's so pretty. I really wish they had kept Nutella buttercream. Every time I look at a mocha with cream, I'm like, oh, sometimes I just don't want the root. So I missed that color. I only got one wig in it. But I mean, look how pretty this is. Like the curls and everything with this. Oh, it's so pretty. Thank you for sharing, Martha. Yes, if you guys haven't shared, please do. Good morning from Australia. Lovely to see you, Allison. Hi, Lisa. Anne says, so pretty, look beautiful in red also. Oh, thank you, Anne. Beth says, glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Beth. Beautiful reminds me of Ace of Hearts. Wonder how they compare. I can grab one if you'd like to see that. Thank you, Susan. And Lisa says, very pretty. So thank you. I will grab an Ace of Hearts. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so here is an Ace of Hearts. All right, so I can tell you right away from looking at this, Ace of Hearts is significantly longer. It does have the same sort of nice barrel curls along the side here, but they're not as long because these are much longer right here. And you can see that this has not been brushed out at all. So these are much more compact and up. So the style is a bit more manageable. You can see how much longer this one is in comparison. But I will put it on just to show the difference. You love this color? Me too, Tony. Thank you. I was thinking Ace of Hearts too, says Lisa. Yeah, wish they'd kept Mocha with cream in the New City collection. Yeah, when it comes to the New City collection, they have, it's all new styles, all new colors, just like the Luxe, how all new styles, all new colors. So Mocha with cream, at least for now, unless they change something, it's just going to be in the Café collection. So you can see from the last one how this is significantly longer. And it does have the same sort of very like bombshell look. It's just longer and a little looser. So very pretty. It reminds me of Pure Honey as well. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I might need this in Rocka. Yes. I like that color too. Okay. Then I got it in, Strawberry Shortcake. So a nice fun color. Every time I see this, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's so fun. Like, look how fun this is. And honestly, on this style, the colors that they have, like you've seen it in person, it's blonde with peach and orange and some like almost like pinky hues. It's so pretty on this. Like the lighter pieces that come into the front here where it's just so pretty. I'm having a hard time describing it. It's so nice. What a difference hair makes. Yeah. Yep. Strawberry Shortcake. Oh yeah. No, she's super pretty. Very fun. I always feel like this is like the most perfect, like, I'm going to go to a party and I'm going to have a fun time in like the summer. That's what this reminds me of. Like, I'm like, I'm ready to go now. Like, it's so pretty. Yeah, I think almost every color would look super good in this style, to be completely honest. Well, all I have to say is I love this style. Yes, this is really pretty. Literally got like goosebumps. I don't know if it's because I like the style so much or because it's cold in here. Okay. And then this is the one, I got this one because I found it to be interesting. This is like a discontinued color. This is Cream Soda Blonde, but this is in like the new style. So if you like Cream Soda Blonde and you were sad that it got discontinued, it's still like here. And I don't know if it's just like a special thing for on this. I don't know if they're why it's on this style, but it's here and I've never seen it before. And I just know this is the unrooted version of Butterbeer Blonde. Ooh. Oh, it's pretty. Never actually seen this color in person, so it's really interesting. Such a gorgeous color, says Lisa. Stunning, says Susan. Yes, I have to agree. And if I remember correctly, this is also really close to Biscuit from Raquel Welch, just like Butterbeer is close to Shaded Biscuit, because this is the unrooted version, or unshaded, like what Raquel Welch would say. But now this is super pretty. And I do have this one because it's comparable to Full Champagne. And I don't have a Biscuit one to show in comparison, but I do have a Shaded Biscuit, which I can show later when we get to that point. Okay, so let's see. Put that there. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I think I will start with I'll just start at one and then start comparing things, because I know people, if you have a request specifically about how it is this one color compared to this one and that one, like you can start putting those in, because I just have all of these and I'm going to go through all of them. But if you have a specific ones you want to see together, that's what we can take time to make sure we do that, so you definitely get to see what you want to see. Hi, Anne. All right, well, while we're waiting, I'm going to start with the Luxe collection. I have Lauren, and this is in Burnt Biscuit Blonde. And all of the Luxe collection ones, if you've never seen them before, they all have the same cap construction, kind of like the New City collection. At least these ones all have the same cap construction, at least for right now, because there are a couple that are coming out that are different. So this has got a full monofilament, and it's got the lace front that goes all the way to the ear tabs, which are silicone and moldable. It's fully hand-tied, 100%, and it has a little bit of a lace nape here and the pull-type adjusters. So it is very stretchy and very comfortable. And this is the one where I will pull out, while I'm here, I will pull out the Butterbeer Blonde to show it next to the Burnt Biscuit. And then I guess also a couple of other ones to show. Oh, she's pretty. Hi, Phelan. Yeah, I'm trying to stay warm. I've got my little heater running. Okay, so this is a really pretty color. So this connection keeps freezing. Well, I've got where mine's fine. Okay, so this is Lauren in Burnt Biscuit Blonde, and this is going to be similar to a couple of wigs, and I will pull them out to show, because I know that that's always been a question. So let's go with the Butterbeer Blonde here, and specifically the Milkshake Blonde. And I can obviously put them all on if you'd like to see that also. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so this one that I'm wearing is the Lauren. This is in the Burnt Biscuit. This one right here is Butterbeer Blonde, and you can see they are quite similar as well. And this is the Milkshake Blonde. So you can see they're all quite similar in regards to the color. However, Milkshake does right around the same lines, honestly. So maybe a little bit cooler, just a little bit, because of the way the highlights are appearing. But as far as like the colors, like they're right along the same vein. If you like Milkshake and you like Butterbeer, you will like Burnt Biscuit. And just for good measure, I also have, where did you go? There you are. The Shaded Biscuit to pull out also from Raquel Welch, so you can see it. So here is the shaded biscuit in comparison to the burnt biscuit. Here is the Butterbeer Blonde and shaded biscuit and burnt biscuit. And then here is Milkshake with shaded biscuit and burnt biscuit. So you can see these are definitely along the same vein for certain. Hi, Kathleen. You love me in the red? Thank you. I'll leave and come back to see if that helps, says Margaret. Okay. Does it come in no dark root, says Angie. So similar, says Martha. No dark root. In this one, the only non-rooted blonde that they have that is similar to this would be the Cool Champagne Blonde, but it's not quite the same. It's not like a biscuit, shaded biscuit sort of situation. I'm not, well, I don't actually, yeah, no, it does. Yep. Right here. So Cool Champagne is the unrooted version of the burnt biscuit, for sure. Yep. And that means that the, where did you go? Of course, it's all the way down there. That means that the cream soda blonde is going to be like the unrooted version of Butterbeer Blonde, and it's going to be similar to Biscuit from Raquel Welch, but I don't have that one. So you can see those are also very similar in the rooting, or not the non-rooted part, but you can see that the colors are essentially the same. Yes, Cool Champagne has no root. That's correct. It's still freezing, Margaret? What makes a wig warm or cool? So what makes a, oh, okay. So warmth has to do with if it has, like, say, I want to say yellow and orange tones, red tones, unless it starts going purple, which is where you get where it turns cool again. So you can have warm blondes where they look very brassy, very golden, very warm. That's where they're warm. Stuff where it is more cool leaning is where it has more either purple or blue in it. So it will go, and it could sometimes look even silver with how much ash it might have. And that's how it's cool. I can hold some up where you can see the difference for certain. Yeah, this is only on Facebook right now. We're planning on setting up where we can do multiple things at once, like on multiple streaming platforms. We just have to set that up. Okay, make sure I've got everything in the right place. All right. Do you have a Monomora wig to try on? I do not. Tabitha. So would you say I'm more cool in my choices? You know me. Okay, so Martha, you are kind of like me where you like both, but you're kind of specific about how you like it. So you like warm blondes and cool blondes. You also like reds, but you also like reds that are warm and cool. But you tend to stay more so in the blonde or red category, but you'll go both ways depending on your mood, because there are some reds you pick that are definitely more cool leaning, but there are ones that are also very warm leaning, and the blondes are the same. Like the trend that you just got from Tresilor, that one is warm. The 1426 R10. It's comparable to the caramel blonde from the City Collection. That is basically like the same kind of blonde color. Wow, you know her so well. Yeah, I try. It helps when people reach out and they ask me questions about how things would look on them and what they like. And I also, especially if I can just kind of look at their pictures and see that, oh, okay, they like retro, they like curls, they like red, they like blonde. Like I tend to remember like weird things like that, so that's kind of where that comes in. Hi, Elham. Oh, I chose to wear her today. Oh, I wore her today. I'm so just chaos. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's do some reds. So, because I've never seen this in person. This is the Lauren from the Luxe collection, and this is in the Pumpkin Pie Spice. And I have to tell you, this is so pretty. Like, this red is just, it's really, really gorgeous. And I do have the other reds to show in comparison as well. So same cap as before, fully hand tied, 100%, full monofilament, ear tabs that are silicone, and one of like the best lace fronts you're gonna get right now. Like, that's really good. Okay. Oh, you wore Trend today. Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, what does she say? Yeah, no, it's a great wig, isn't it? Gorgeous red. Yes, absolutely, Marlene. I agree. And my wig choices are pretty much whatever makes me happy. Exactly. That's how I tend to do it. I'm just like, I don't know what I want to wear today. And I'll just go look and I'm like, oh, okay. That matches the vibe I'm going for. So that's what I'm going to do. Can you compare it to? Yes. I will compare it to Sumptuous Strawberry. I actually purchased a bunch of wigs from Shirley she's still having her 65% off if it's in stock. And I got several Tropical Punch and Perfect Blends because I like longer styles. And I did get one in Strawberry Shortcake. Because how could I not? So you can see that the red itself is very comparable. It's the rooting that is different. So, well, not really like different, but you can see that this has a much longer root and it almost becomes like a shadow root to about this length, but the rooting is there. And on this one, so it's like not mirrored, so I'm like, okay, well. And you can see that there's not really a shadow root sort of situation really happening, and the rooting itself is smaller. So I would say the color is extremely comparable to it for sure. Like you can see this one's like on the curly side, but if you straighten it out, they're very comparable. I just say the rooting is not as much for sure. Like if you were a person who likes the Strawberry Shortcake and said, I don't like how much rooting there is, I like everything else about the color, this is very, very close. Yes, this is Lauren Shirley. Hi, Dominica. Yes, you're welcome, Kathleen. I'm saving for Lauren and Chocolate Buttercream. That's a very pretty wig, yes. Gosh, so gorgeous, says Martha. Yes, absolutely. I agree. And as I had shown it before, I'll go ahead and do it this time too. This is Iced Pumpkin Spice by Raquel Welch. So you can see the difference. They are all very similar. So I would say that the Raquel Welch roots are long, just like Sumptuous Strawberry is. However, these roots are darker and they're not as warm as Sumptuous Strawberry. So you can see this one, they look almost auburny. This one, to me, they always look kind of brown and like almost like a dark brown to me. I'm not quite sure what color they were trying to go for when having it grow out like that. But the colors themselves are very, very similar between all three. So if you like Sumptuous Strawberry or Iced Pumpkin Spice Latte, then it would be very similar to this. It's just the rooting changes. That is really like the biggest difference. Oh, hi, Becky. I'm a Shirley follower, but I've never seen you. You are awesome at showing the wigs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been with Shirley now since October, and I show them, I try and do it basically every Saturday and Sunday. I do lives, and I try and be pretty educational about it. But sometimes we just have fun wig parties where I just show stuff. Can you try the Perfect Blend wig on? Yes, Brenda. Love the color comparison. You're very welcome, Margaret. And if anyone was wondering, this was the Mesmerized Elite. That's what that is. But just, it was more so to show the color. All right. So this is the perfect blend in Sumptuous Strawberry. Just put her on. She has got an extended lace front, so you can see right here, it goes from ear to ear. And it has a center part. So I find those to be pretty easy to wear, as I find that they tend to have less face flopping than the side part ones. Sometimes, at least in the Café collection, at least that's what I've noticed. So here is, you see, she's so pretty. This is perfect blend in Sumptuous Strawberry. She's on the longer side, but she's definitely, if you want length and you want to be able to pull it back or put it up, you can do that too. So you can put it in a ponytail very easily. You could clip it up because there's so much length. You could even trim it if you said, I like the style but don't like the length. Are any Noricos on sale, says Andy to Shirley. So long. Just love them but can't wear them. So happy you all can, says Martha. Yeah, you can cut it. You can, if you cut it to about right here, it would still have some of the style that would be, it's just, so here, if you were to, it'd be just imagine you can't see that. So it would be kind of like this. Almost sort of like page boyish, except without the bangs. Beautiful, says Brenda. Thank you. You're welcome, Brenda. All the styles and colors are so pretty on you, Allison. Thank you, Andy. That's true. Yep. Well, it's because they are on sale is why I got them. So because Shirley's doing her warehouse thing with the Belletress ones, specifically if they're in stock, you can get 65% off on them. And these ones I got were like $141, something like that. They were a very cost-effective price. So that's why I got them. Okay. Yeah, extremely cost-effective because it's like regular price is like $400 for a perfect blend, and then with 65% off, it's like $140. So Noriko is currently on sale for 30% off. No code needed. It's automatic at checkout, says Shirley. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Mary. All right, so now we're going to go to the next one, which is another Lauren. And this is in the color Sunset Blonde, and I can compare that with one of the other Raquel Welch colors that's super, super close to, which is Golden Russet. But I can also show it to the other reds too, if you would like to see that. All right, so here is, and this is a super pretty color. How much is Lauren hand-tied, says Angie. Shirley is linking them. I don't know if it said, sometimes it says it on there. Let me check. Okay, so if it is in stock, I know that they're, I think 40% off. I might be wrong on that. I'd have to, let me just open up the app real quick and I can tell you. If they're in stock, they're a different price. If they are, if they have to come straight from Belletress, they're still on sale. They're just not as much on sale. I'm going to give you the correct information. Give me a second. All right, so yeah, 40% off of in-stock Luxe. And then if you have to get it from Belletress, it's 35% off. So still a decent amount. Is there a code needed for BT on sale? No. Dawn went through, I think Shirley said, and she made it so that it was, you don't need a code for it. Are any brands close to Mocha with cream? Yeah, not really, to be honest, Chantel. So when it comes to the Mocha with cream, you have the very, very dark rooting, and then you have the Nutella buttercream, which you can get browns that are around that sort of shade. The most you're going to find will be where you can get the same shades in a color, but it'll probably be a blend, and you won't have such a stark root. That's going to be where you can get where the wig itself might be darker overall, but it has the blonde and it has some auburn highlights through it. But I haven't really seen anything that is exactly the same sort of like almost black root with the blonde and the red and the brown mixed together. You're welcome, Tony. All right, so there is Lauren in Sunset Blonde. Yes, it is a great price, honestly. Like, for fully hand-tied, like, $411. Okay, so this is the Raquel Welch, and this is in Black Tie Chic, and this is the Golden Russet. And you can see that they are very similar in the colors that they've got going on here. A nice warm, unrooted, warm and unrooted blonde, if that's what you want, where it's just got a little bit more dimension and depth. And of course, these colors come in all the styles of the Luxe collection. So if you say, I don't like Lauren because it's too long, I want something with curls, they do have more styles that might have curls. And of course, there's new ones coming out that just, I don't have them yet because no one has them really. Okay. Alright, so here's my last Lauren, and I've got a couple of things I can compare it to also, because this is the color Shaken Oatmilk, and I know there have been a couple of people asking, is there anything kind of similar to it? Oh, yeah, the Canadian shipping prices. No, that's actually true, Margaret. Yeah. Is Lauren dense, Angie? Absolutely not. No, this is extremely low density. You can see just like the little bits of, here, let me put it on so you can see it better. So same as before, fully hand-tied, full monofilament, lace all the way. Okay, so you can see this is how much hair there really is, and it's got the new Luxe fibers, which are very soft, and they're definitely an upgrade from the Café collection ones. I would say that the actual pieces of hair are smaller, so they're much finer. So they feel, the only way I can really explain it is like if you know what Caucasian hair feels like, it is most of the time it's thinner, it's finer sort of thing. Well, at least, well, I mean, anyone can have hair like that, but it'd be like a very fine, thin sort of piece of hair. And then you have where the Café collection's a little bit bigger. Stunning, says Martha. Yes. Belletress needs to make their new styles in some of their popular old colors, such as Mocha with Cream. I hope they are watching. Yeah, that's the only thing you can do is try and tell them for sure. Oh, Margaret says you love this color. Yeah, no, this color is super pretty. Okay, so the color I was going to compare it to is, I know I'm going to bring out British Milk Tea, but it's not really comparable, but I know that people have asked about it. And then I also have Shaded Iced Macchiato by Raquel Welch. Where are you? There we are. I know people have asked, so I will show it. All right, so this is a tropical punch in British Milk Tea. And so British Milk Tea, if you're familiar with it, it obviously has like this like interesting lavender hue, and it has a blend of browns and blondes, and it's rooted, and it is ashy, but it is got that lavender hue. It looks very smoky almost in comparison to this. This one almost starts looking kind of warm in comparison, even though for real this is like a beigey sort of neutral blonde as it is. And it's just this one is so much cooler with the lavender hue added to it. All right, so this is Flying Solo, and this is in the color Shaded Iced Macchiato. And you can see that this one is still more neutral leaning as opposed to this one, which is definitely ashy looking. You can see that these are more comparable. It's just this one has that lavender hue kind of hanging around. So you can see that those are more comparable, very ashy, almost like smoky looking, and this definitely leans more neutral for sure. Do you know which wigs are in stock? If you go and you look, Vicky, on the website She's in her sales section. She has where it's linked. It's all the way down after you click on the hamburger menu. It'll pop up to where it says current sales, and it'll say it was updated like yesterday or something. And then it will bring you to all of these sales. Shirley says we can do that. I would just need to take a survey of what wig everyone would like in the old colors. We have to purchase 100 wigs at a time, so I would need a lot of ladies committed to a style. So there you go. You can get new ones in the old colors, but everyone has to say, yes, I want one of those in one style, one color sort of situation, because it would be a custom order. You can do a search with the name of the wig and the words in stock. That will pull up the ones we have. That's Vicky says, thank you. You're welcome, Vicky. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely say that this color, there are times where it can look ashy, but if you bring a super ashy blonde to it, it will end up looking more neutral. So this one is, I would say, neutral leaning ashy. So anyone that is looking for that kind of color, she's very, very pretty, for sure. All these lids everywhere. You've got 2 lids. Alright, so I'm going to go to the Chloe, and I never actually put the cool champagne blonde on, so I'll go ahead and put her on so everyone can see. And this is the one that I compared to Cream Soda Blonde, and it would be comparable to the Raquel Welch Biscuit, if that's what you are looking for, is a very blonde, unrooted blonde color. It's very bright. Comes across very like Swedish blonde, which is really nice. Okay, and I do have the browns and everything too. Just put this out of the way. Okay. You ever do that, Shirley, where you lose like all the lids, even though you have all the wigs there? Okay, so this color, guys, is so pretty. I Shirley talked about it on a live, and I'd never seen it or anything in person either. And this is so pretty. If you like brunettes, this is seriously so pretty. This is Chloe, and this is in Rich Chocolate Brown R. Like, would you, like, guys, this color is amazing. Like, this is so, so pretty in person. Like, look at the highlights in there and all of the dimension. This is so, so pretty. And this is also, I'm going to pull out the other brown one from the City Collection, because I think this is kind of similar to Mocha Maple Brown. Can you compare Champagne Blonde and Buttercream Blonde? Yes, I will. Gorgeous color, says Margaret. Yes, no, I agree. Let's see. Champagne Blonde, okay, and Buttercream. You mean the Butterbeer or Buttercream? Which? Yeah. I don't know why they took me so long. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so this is the Buttercream Blonde, which is super, super blonde and like golden. This is the cool champagne. You can see they're really not comparable unless you meant a different color, because this is Buttercream Blonde and this is the cool Champagne Blonde, and you can see that they're both unrooted for sure, but this one is much cooler, much blonder in my opinion, and this one is very, very warm, golden. it's comparable to the Tresalure color that's 27, 25, 88, and that's very, very warm. You like the champagne, Angie? Yeah, I know it's really pretty. With stunning brown. Yes. Okay, so this is the rich chocolate brown, and I was saying I thought it was pretty similar to the Mocha Maple, which I only have on a short guy, but that's okay. So they both have this really pretty dark brown as their base, and then they have the nice coppery, like golden sort of highlights running through. So they are very similar in color. One is in the Luxe collection, and this one's in the City collection. So this one right here is the Mocha Maple Brown, and I have it on San Francisco, and this is the Rich Chocolate Brown, and this is on Chloe from the Luxe collection. You're welcome, Lisa. Do you have the other brunettes in Chloe? They're kind of mixed. I think I've got them in Mew and Isabel. Yeah, I only had 2 Chloes. Yes. Here's that. But I can show all of those browns together, like, together so you can see what they look like. If I had more space, my whole plan was that I was going to, like, be able to show all the blondes together and then all of the browns together. I just don't have the space for that is the problem. Alright, so this is Isabel, and this is in Toasted Walnut. So Isabel's a really super pretty style also. It's longer, but it's got some of those pretty barrel curls in the front, and it's just got a nice body wave. What colors are in Chloe? The ones that I have the Rich Chocolate Brown and the Cool Champagne Blonde, but it comes in every single color I'm showing from the Luxe collection, Vicki. Alright, so this is Isabel. You're welcome, Vicki. This is Isabel, and this is in Toasted Walnut. She's got a bit of a root here. And let's see. For good measure, where is... So this is Brown Sugar Sweet Cream, and this is Toasted Walnut. You see, those are kind of similar. Brown Sugar Sweet Cream has more of the blonde going on. This one's got a bit more of the dimension from the darker color coming through. You can see there, it's like Brown Sugar Sweet Cream is just a little bit lighter due to the extra highlighting, but Toasted Walnut is like the next step up if you were going to go just a little bit darker. Yes, definitely very similar. Luxe is amazing, says Angela. Yeah, no, they definitely are. They're super comfortable. The caps are so comfortable. I just said that twice, but it's true. And the hair fibers and the blends, what I've noticed is that when it comes to the colors, is that it seems like Café collection, they kind of lean sort of warm. And then I noticed that when it comes to the Luxe collection, besides a couple of them, they tend to lean more cool. That's just what I kind of noticed. Like a lot of the blondes are not warm, and unless they fall into that, like going into red, like there's not really like a super like golden sort of blonde in there. And so all of the browns, the highlights, besides that rich copper one or the rich chocolate one, they tend to have where their highlights are more on the cool spectrum. So this one right here is Gingerale Blonde. This is super pretty. I'm going to pull out the Sunset Blonde to show it in comparison. Have you tried on Caramel Blonde? No, not yet. I do have it. I just haven't put it on yet. All right, so this is Gingerale Blonde. I'm going to pull out the Sunset Blonde because that is similar. At least to a degree. All right. So you can see this one is got a bit more dimension. This one definitely feels like a more of a blonde, a more golden blonde that's highly dimensional. This one is going more towards red in my opinion. It kind of reminds me to a less of an extreme of sort of like fiery copper. At least I'm talking about like the way that they make the color, not the color itself. So how this is highly dimensional and it is a dark, it's blonde mixed with the red. This, in my opinion, has got the same sort of thing going on where it's red and blonde mixed together to make a color that is both blonde and red at the same time. That's what I'm getting from Sunset Blonde. It's a highly dimensional, almost like chunky sort of mixture. Not that the colors are similar. Okay, so is Isabel. How does Shirley ship to Canada? Federal Express? That would be, I think, a customer service question, or maybe Shirley will answer you because that I really don't know that one. Okay, so this is another brown from the Luxe. This is called Hazelnut Syrup. And so this one is, I'm going to pull up the brown sugar sweet cream again, because this one has where it's got more of the highlights going on. It just, they're not quite the same tone. Okay, so Isabel, and this is in hazelnut syrup. It's stuck. There we go. Here's the brown sugar sweet cream, and you can see because they're not really tonally the same, they appear kind of different. This honestly kind of reminds me of, what's that color from Raquel Welch? I don't have one, but it looks similar to what I've seen where it's like called something toast or something like that is what it reminds me of. Marlene, if you happen to know what I'm talking about, that's what I'm thinking this one reminds me of more so than brown sugar sweet cream. But let me just pull out the one I just had and show it in comparison to this, because it's like, okay, yeah, so these are really similar. It's just the tonality of the highlights are different. So this one is cool, this one's more warm, toasted walnut. No. The one from Raquel Welch, the one it's called like, I don't know if it's golden toast or buttered toast or something like that is what this one reminds me of. Buttered toast. Yeah, there we go, Martha. That's what it reminds me of. This one reminds me of buttered toast. I don't have one to show, but from pictures I've seen and how other people look in it, that's what this reminds me of. Maybe it's honey toast. Honey toast. It's the 1216 looks similar. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this one here is, okay, I've got on hazelnut syrup. It has more golden highlights. This is toasted walnut, and it has more cooler highlights. So it's basically like the same sort of color going on here. It's just tonally, they're different. One's warm, which is this one, and then this one is cooler. That's interesting. It's like you can have one or the other, and they made it. You wanted a more kind of like midline, not so much blonde, not so much brown, but then you want it either to lean warm or to lean cool. That's interesting. It's very thoughtful, actually. So I know there's a lot of people who, they either want warm or they only want cool, or they can't decide, so it allows for both. Alright, now this is Isabel, and this is an Oyster. You got it. Oh, there you go, buttered toast. Yep. So here is Oyster, and the only difference between this one and the City Collection, which is called Oyster Gray, is that it is missing this part right here. This deeper part. It's like a dark gray just at the nape, and that's it, which is kind of an interesting choice. But the blend up here, you can see there is lighter and there is darker grays involved, so it's very natural because it doesn't have a root. It's not like Chrome from the City Collection where it has the dark black root. So this one would come across more natural as opposed to fashion. So when you pull it all forward, the whole idea is that a lot of people have darker hair underneath when they go gray. Like it usually starts like much lighter here and then maybe a mix, and then as they get older and they have more gray hair, it gets more mixed through, but they might keep where in the very, very back there's some darker color. So Hazelnut is on the cool side, says Beth. No, I believe it was in reverse. Yeah, no, Hazelnut is the warm one. Hazelnut is warm and Toasted Walnut is cool. It's a stunning gray. I agree, Kathleen. It really is super pretty. I actually like the pop of dark underneath, and I think that it's like the lace front is super great. I really like super light colors because they make it where the lace front is basically like undetectable. You literally can't see it. And you can still have so much dimension because as I'm standing here looking at it, with the dark underneath, it is like white, but then it's not like stark, if that makes sense. Once you get into wearing it, it looks very natural. And just while we're here, I will pull out this one so you can see this is the City Collection Oyster. That way you can see, or the Oyster Gray, that way you can see the difference. Because this one does not have the nape that is darker. But the gray on top is actually pretty similar. Where it is mixed through. It is realistic. Yeah, I agree, Kathleen. I know some people said, no, I want the root. Yeah. Maybe, who knows? I mean, I know that they're having like a whole another collection come out too, and it's just kind of a lot. It's how I feel. It's just kind of a lot. So maybe they'll have another rooted gray as opposed to one that is more natural. All right, and now I've got, this is Mew, and I have it in Sunkissed Almond. And let me tell you, this color, I hadn't seen it before either. This color is super pretty, and I actually pulled out Enrico, I believe, is the one that I pulled this one out for, because it's to a degree kind of similar. So this is Mew, and she's the shortest of the luxe ones that I have right now. And she's got where it is got some curls, and it's kind of like Isabel, but shorter, and you know, maybe not quite, but whatever. So she's rooted. She's cool, but she also has, if you can see, get as close as I can, there we go. You can see where it almost leans like neutral, but then it's warm, and then it's cool, and it's just very, very pretty. This one I think is also super close to Butterbeer, or not Butterbeer, the Brown Sugar Sweet Cream in a way. This one does tend to want to face flop a little, but that's okay. Okay, so here is Mew. Oh, these fibers are so soft. I just keep touching it. It's super, super soft. Okay, so this is Brown Sugar Sweet Cream, and this is the Sunkissed Almond. Just jab myself in the face. You can see this one looks more dimensional when you get them close together, but the shades are somewhat similar. So there are quite a few that are similar to Brown Sugar Sweet Cream, but there's nothing that's exact. And I know I only keep talking about it because people brought it up a whole lot. And I'm trying to show all of the ways they're sort of similar. So if there's something when it comes to Brown Sugar Sweet Cream that you like specifically, that way you can even go back and watch this and say, oh, well, I like that specific characteristic, whether that it's got the more highlights or that it's in the middle ground, that it tends to be neutral, that sort of thing. I really love this color and style. She goes on my list, says Kathleen. Yeah, no, it's really, really pretty. Oh my God, love this style and color. No, it really is so pretty. From the swatches, I was like, about Sunkissed Almond. And then I unboxed her and was like, oh wow, that color is so, so pretty. Like, it's so, so pretty. And now that I think about it, and I see it like this, I'm thinking that this color that I pulled out from Enrico is nowhere near it. Oh, it was because it was a different one. That's why I'm remembering it wrong. You have to forgive me. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like this, but anytime I take steroids, I get like Z-Pack steroids for being sick, not like exercise steroids. It makes me feel so weird, and I sometimes like feel like I'm stumbling over myself and can't say things right, can't think correctly, and then I stop taking them and I feel okay. Okay, so these are along the same line, except obviously this one has a ton of highlights, but it is the highlights that are the same color if you want something more brown, but you're looking for, so as you can see in these highlights, this is the Noriko Angelica, and this is in the color Almond Rocka R. So the color of the highlights are the same as this. This is more profuse, obviously. Like it's super, super blonde on the top. But the actual color of the highlights are extremely similar. And you can see that. So if you say, I like this one, which is hazelnut syrup, but it is far too blonde for me, this one would be a darker option with the same tonality, just with less highlights. And I can put that one on real quick. I think Mew is your favorite. Yeah, she's like a shorter version of Isabel, and Chloe seems like a shorter version of Lauren. So Chloe is more like a shorter version of, yes, Lauren, yeah, because it's kind of got where it stops about right here. Reminds me of Peppermint. Oh, thank you, Angie. Yes, steroids can make you feel a little hyper, and then you stop, then it will go away. Yeah, well, I just feel like my brain's not working, and I feel like, I don't know if it's coming across that way, where I'm just kind of like, like that's what it feels like. Okay, so it's got the same situation I was talking about as far as it's more brown than hazelnut syrup, because I know people were asking about lots and lots of browns. So there's the color of the highlights, and that's more brown, but the same warm sort of golden color. That's what I would say. I hope I covered that all right. You are coming across as very knowledgeable, intelligent person. You do not seem hyper at all. Oh, thanks, Solitaire. Okay, well it must be in my head. I feel like I'm like not really got a straight line of where I'm going, but that might just be me. Okay, and the next Mew that I have is in Chocolate Buttercream, and this is going to be the last Luxe in general, but this is going to be, I will pull out the other browns to show in comparison. So this one, if you can see the highlights, it's got where they're pretty saturated in the front here, and then you come around the back and they're more kind of evenly mixed. So if you like a bright pop, it's almost like Money Pieces, but not quite, where it's in the front, then I think this is more on the neutral sort of side. Okay, yeah, this is super pretty. So this is Chocolate Buttercream, and I will show the other browns because I know that has always been a question. And I know that with the City Collection, the blondes are the question. So it's like, there's just so many questions. Okay. All right, let's make sure I can keep this together. Obviously, I don't have another hand, but I can pull up the rich chocolate. Love the chocolate buttercream. Also, how many of us in the hair loss groups have been on steroids? Well, mine's more for like being sick. I don't take them all the time usually. So here's chocolate buttercream. This one is hazelnut syrup. This one is toasted walnut, and you can see that this one is got like the same sort of highlights as this one, right? This one has the same sort of golden highlights looks. This one, toasted walnut, comes across very neutral. This one is definitely dark with the highlights going on. Let me put these guys down for a second, and I can get the rich chocolate out. That way you can see exactly, because it's definitely warmer for sure. Just get it. Yeah, here we are. So definitely warmer, but it's still on the dark side. So I would say in comparison to these, if you really like a warm dark color, I would go with the rich chocolate brown. And if you like the either neutral or kind of like, well, I guess this is, yeah, it does come across a neutral with this one placed next to it. Give me a second. So this one's definitely golden. Yeah, it still comes across golden when you see it with this because they look like the same sort of blonde, but this one has got so much copper, it appears warmer for sure. Okay, it's an interesting turn of events here. Now it looks like this one. What in the world? Hold on. Okay. Okay, so this one is hazelnut syrup. This one is toasted walnut right here. And this one is the rich chocolate brown. And this one is the chocolate buttercream. Hope that's helping for everyone who wants to see the browns. Good comparison. Okay. A lot of us unfortunately have been on them. Hair loss can be an autoimmune and I'll get roids once in a while. Oh, yeah. So basically what happened with me with being sick is I got sick. I called out on Saturday because so I'd been sick for about 3 days before that and I was just very exhausted. Like I remember when Shirley was doing her live on Wednesday, I was super tired and she called out on Friday and I ended up sleeping because of all of that, everything going on. And by the time Saturday rolled around, I had where my lymph nodes were swollen, my tonsil was swollen, it hurt to turn my head and talk. And then when I went to the doctor, I couldn't go until Monday. And by that point, this tonsil had also swollen up. And they told me, well, it can't be COVID, it can't be flu, because I got tested for them. I tested for strep, that was negative. And so they told me, well, it's probably bacterial that we just can't test for because you've been sick still and you're having lymph nodes and all kinds of stuff going on. So I just kind of was like, okay, I guess I'll just take antibiotics and steroids, even though I really hate it. You're welcome, Vicki. Okay, so now we're going to go to the City Collection. And I've got, out of the Café collection, I have quite a few of the regular colors if you want comparisons. Because I have Sumptuous Strawberry, I've got all the blondes. I can show them because I know that was like the biggest thing. So, Café blondes. Alright. And I do have the new Raquel Welch straight up with a twist, but we'll do that when we're done with this. Alright, so I've got Santa Monica and I've got it in Raw Sugar Blonde. So when it comes to the City Collection, at least with the ones that I have right now, they all have the same cap construction for right now. They have the extended lace front. They have velvet ear tabs which are moldable. They have a left-sided lace part. They're open wafted and stretchy. They have a extended velvet nape and Velcro adjusters, which are new to Belletress. So it's a great addition, and it really, in my opinion, enhances the cap and makes it higher quality, for sure. Because I've always disliked the pull ones. Sometimes they come like broken or something, so it's like, so glad that you have a good doctor and they got you feeling better. Thank you, Solitaire. Alright, so this is Santa Monica, and this is Raw Sugar Blonde R. Very easy, very above the shoulders still. Super pretty blonde. I'm trying to think. Here's what I'll do. Alright, so if anyone has where they want comparisons between any of the Café collection blondes and the City collection, at all, I can absolutely do it because I made sure I have them all sitting here. Easy to wear, that Santa Monica. Oh yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely. All right, well, I've got her sitting out. This is the San Francisco, and this is in Mocha Maple Brown. So she is a pixie, and it does have the same left-sided lace part, but this is, I feel like with these, because of how short they are, that you can ignore it if that's what you want to do, and literally just kind of come up with it like this and give it some more volume real easily. Price of Santa Monica. Santa Monica, Shirley just listed it above Patsy, and she says it's $229.98. Yes, I have Calabasas. I can do that one next. Where are you? There we go. And I've got her in Crushed Almond Blonde. So here is Miss Calabasas. So adorable, love you in a pixie. Thank you, Kathleen. So this one, in my opinion, is like a longer version of the Santa Monica to a degree. Very light blonde. It's like the most blonde out of the new City collection for sure. It is gonna be, this one is neutral, and it can, depending on light and stuff, pull in certain directions. It can either look cooler, more leaning, warm, or leaning cool, depending on it because of the colors involved. I thought at first it was going to be super similar to Bombshell Blonde, and I think I said that before. And Bombshell Blonde is actually much blonder. So if you know what Bombshell Blonde looks like, you can see that this one is much blonder. Like it, and it also appears more warm, but you can see it's got that like very, very light blonde with a root sort of situation happening. It's just that this one is, at least when I look in person, yeah, when I look in person, this one is much blonder. I mean, this one looks like it's glowing because it's so in the lights, because of how much lighter it is. And I think in other situations, let's see, this one's got so much hair. Hold on. Oh, it's pretty similar, actually. Okay, so this one is champagne with apple pie. And as you can see, it looks pretty similar. Yeah. Just that the root is darker, for sure. You can see right here, much darker. And this one's more like a shadow root. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Gail. You're a perfect model for wigs. You look great in all of them. Oh, thank you, Jan. You love the style too. Margaret? Yeah, no, I agree. This style is really pretty. I like all of the new City Collection styles. Every time I remember looking at them and I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to like that one. It's not my style. Oh, I'm not going to like that one. And then it's a surprise each time. So I'm like, how are you so cute? How is everything so cute? All right. This is the Buttercream Blonde, and this is in Palo Alto. This is another shorty. This is a unrooted blonde that is, like I said, very, very warm. Very warm. Let me show you the color that it is. It's basically the same color, honestly. So this is California Beach Waves by Tresilor is the style, and the color is 2725. 88, and these two are basically the same color, like 100%. It's an unrooted, extremely golden blonde. Like they're basically identical. I like the bangs on this one. They're just perfect. They fall not too long, and they want to sit just right above my eyebrows. And my eyebrows, I think from here to my eyebrows, it was 2 inches. So they're like the perfect length. Are there any brunettes in Calabasas in stock? You'd have to look on the thing, Margaret. I think, if I remember correctly, Shirley's not going to be stocking any of the city collections, so they come directly from Belletress, and also, I think that's the correct thing. I'm going to do the last shorty that I've got here. This is Napa, and this is in, yeah, Napa in dark brown plus HL. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, if you really like the bangs, like look how choppy you can see like all of the piecing of that with the highlights. Oh, that's so pretty. It's very Tinkerbell pixie-ish. It's very cute. I didn't think I was going to be happy with dark brown in Beverly Hills, but it shocked me the fibers are so soft. Yes, that is like Aesthetica Caramel Kiss. Yeah. I don't have one of those to show, but no, I agree. It definitely has the golden blonde highlights and like the little other bits in there that are auburn for sure. That one is very cute on you. Thank you, Jan. So natural looking. Right. No, I agree. It's very, very natural looking. It's just got just the right amount of volume, like right here, and then it doesn't go anywhere else. So I'd say, as far as the short ones go, if you like short ones, I would definitely say that there seems to be like a level of volume that they have. So when it comes to, where did you go? I would say that Palo Alto has the least amount for sure. And then I would say that Napa is the next level to volume, and then San Francisco has the most. So where you can get it up here. And this is Montecito, and this is in the Coolest Ash Brown, which I really love this color. It's so natural and easy looking in my opinion. It's like, it's got natural lowlights and highlights, and it just comes across extremely natural. And this style is one of the ones that's super easy to wear also. It's kind of like Santa Monica, except it's not straight. So what I've noticed also with working with these wigs is that there are several that have the same sort of style, but then they come where they get longer with each one. So Montecito, where's the gray one? Yeah, Montecito, Santa Barbara, Beverly Hills, and Malibu. They all have kind of like this same sort of like sweeping face framing that's very pretty, and it just has different lengths and the amounts of feathering. Where are the dark brunette ones? I've been showing them, Lee. I can pick them up again. What color is in style is that last one, the short brown one? Sherry? It is Napa. That was the, yeah. This one right here, Napa in dark brown HL. Yes. This was the last one that I had on, where it's got the very nice like piecing, and you can see all of the highlighting and stuff that I've got in it. It's very, very pretty. Yeah, the City Collection only has 3 brunettes. That's correct. Yeah, the one I'm wearing, which is the coolest ash brown, the dark brown HL, which is right here, and then you have Mocha Maple Brown, which is going to be the warmest. So you have this one is definitely cool. This one leans neutral because of the addition of the different highlights. And then this one leans very warm due to it having only highlights that are like a copper color. For sure. You're welcome, Sherry. I missed the style name you are wearing now. Love it. I'm wearing Montecito. And yeah, I'm wearing Montecito right now, and it is in the color Coolest Ash Brown. The colors are better in real life. Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes I try and show them as accurately as possible with the lights and everything. I like have where I have neutral lighting, and this is warm right here, obviously, but then the light over here is cool, and I try and balance it out so that when I move around, you can see it the correct way. You mean much darker. Okay, well, they only came out with 3 browns in the City collection, Lee. When it comes to the Luxe collection, they do have the dark rich brown, which I can show again. Like, I can only show what they have. It must be this one. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, it's very similar to the Mocha Maple Brown because I showed them already, but this is going to be where it's got dark, dark, dark. But as far as it being like a black or like a 2 or something, they haven't made any of those. That's just not a color that they have in these styles. They do, however, I know that Shirley's got multiple in stock that are from the Café collection. They have like Ginger, which is an extremely dark color. It's almost black. And then they have Coffee Without Cream, which is essentially black. Those 2, she has them where you can get them 65% off in her in stock, and there's a ton of different styles in those, for sure. So that was Montecito. Yeah, so I do have like 1 ginger I can show. I can show that when I'm done with this. All right, so here is, this is Newport. I have 2 Newports, and I've got, this is the color I hadn't had before. This is Cake Batter Blonde. This is an unrooted blonde that is not as warm as the other one. This is going to be the unrooted version of Beige Linen, which I can pull that out to show you. And I've got her in Los Angeles. All right. So here is the unrooted and rooted version. So you've got Cake Batter Blonde, and then you've got Beige Linen. So that is the same color, just one is rooted and the other is not. So here is, put this one on, this Newport. Okay. What's the color you have on right now, says Julie. The one that I just had on was Coolest Ash Brown. Yeah, you're welcome, Lee. I ordered that style. Can't wait, says Vicky. I'm excited for you. In Montecito, yes, Coolest Ash Brown. Oh, no, I'm not saying it's anything on your end as far as lighting. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I try to take that into, like, consideration because I know sometimes lighting can really skew things. For sure. It's a cute style on me. Thank you, Solitaire. You like it too, Margaret? Thank you, Tanya. So yes, this is Newport, and I do have Newport also in Milkshake Blonde. That way you can see it in 2 blondes. Just all over the place with boxes. Okay, I know it's in here and it's like hiding now. Watch it be like right in front of my face. Literally right in front of my face. Oh, that's right. I moved it over here. That's correct. Okay. All right. So this is Milkshake Blonde, which is the one that is comparable. I showed it earlier to the Butterbeer Blonde and whatnot. So this is obviously a different color, and this one same style. That way, if you were wondering, this is similar. I just had it. I just keep misplacing things. All right. This is the beige linen. This is the unrooted version of beige linen. This is Milkshake Blonde, which is in the same style as the one that I'm wearing. That way you can see. And I will put on the one in Milkshake. That way you can see what it looks like when it is rooted, in a rooted blonde, just not the same one. Yeah, I think Newport is such a pretty style. I really like it. It's very easy. It's above the shoulders. It gives you, if you like having more in the back. So the difference between Los Angeles and Newport, because they are very similar, is the fact that Los Angeles has where it is shorter in the back. So in the back, it kind of comes up and you have these tendrils that hang down, when on Newport, you don't have that. But the front is essentially the same style. Like if you like the face framing, but you want it longer or shorter in the back, you would get Los Angeles for shorter in the back and Newport for longer. You can dress it style up or down. Absolutely solitaire. I definitely agree. Like when it comes, like I'm obviously wearing like a dress, but you could totally like wear it with just running around and getting groceries. I think it looks nice on everyone. It would look really nice. Love the rooted. Yes, love a root. Yeah, there are certain times that I don't want a root, and other times it's like I want the root too. It depends. Kind of like the mood thing. Alright, so this is Los Angeles, and this is in beige linen. Okay. Alright, now I have Malibu, and I've got her in Raw Sugar Blonde. So this is the one where I say like Santa Barbara is going to be like similar to this one as far as style goes, like kind of like Montecito, and the other one too. Yeah, Montecito. Very pretty style where it's got face framing layers. It really is not too much length at all. Is shaken oat milk closer to the raw sugar or closer to beige linen? I will take a look at that for you, Rita. To me, a root looks like you need a touch-up. Yeah, see that? Yep. Sometimes it looks like you need to have your hair done again, and other times people say it looks more natural because it implies that their hair grew out. That way it looks more natural. All right, so give me just a second. Let me pull out the ones that you wanted. It's raw sugar. Yes, raw sugar or beige linen. Okay. Get that one out. All right. All right, I'm going to put on the Lauren and the shaken oat milk, and then I will show you the raw sugar and beige linen. These fibers are great. Okay. I think it's closer to this one right here. I think it's closer to raw sugar. Unless you disagree, but this is what I'm seeing, is that where this one has the same sort of highlights and colorations coming through it, and this one just, it feels too warm, is what it feels like to me. if you had to pick one that was similar. I'd say this one has that sort of like ashy undertone where it wants to lean, it's neutral, and you can force it to lean into a direction, but I definitely feel like the raw sugar is closer. Okay. Hi, Allison. I'm late. As Los Angeles reminds me of Raquel Welch Unfiltered. Oh, okay. Oh, so beautiful. What's this style? Which one? Yeah, Malibu. Yes. So hard to choose. All are beautiful. Agree with you. Okay, good, Angie. All right, let's see. Got two more. Got Caramel Blonde, which I feel is really close to a Trezzolore color, which I will show. And then I have the Sienna Spice, which is another beautiful red color. All right, so I've got Caramel Blonde, and it is in Laguna Beach. So here is Miss Laguna Blonde, or Laguna Beach in Caramel Blonde. So this is going to be a more medium toned blonde that leans warm, and it's rooted. And honestly, Laguna Beach is such a pretty style too, though. Like, very pretty curls. Okay, so the Trezzolore color that I believe that it matches with is 1426 R10. Stop moving. There. I've got her also in California Beach Waves. That way you can see it. See, the color is really very similar. Even the rooting is very similar. And of course, this one doesn't look like a fresh one because it's one of my oldest wigs, but you can see the color, especially you can see, especially like this, there we go. See all of the colors going on there. Very, very similar. Okay. And then we have Beverly Hills, which is the longest City Collection piece out right now. I know that there are two other ones coming, I think, that are also quite long. This one's got the same sort of face framing as Malibu and Santa Barbara does. So this is going to be the longest version of that. And this color is called Sienna Spice, and this is their new red color. It is unrooted. And yeah, I was going to say Kathleen, like, had where she took pictures of it, and you could see where these, I guess, almost like striations, the different colors come through a little more in the sunlight than they do on here. You're very welcome, Rita. So she is a very pretty style. If you like it where it's just a little bit longer, and the red I think is really pretty also, because I prefer my reds to be unrooted, because then I feel like that looks really natural. That is a beautiful color, and you look great in it. Thank you, Solitaire. You okay, Vicky? You say ow. Okay, so I have before in the past compared this one to and I guess I'll go ahead and do it now, because I still think that they are a good comparison piece, but I compared it to Mandarin Rooted from Aesthetica, and it was more so to show the fact that it's got that sort of perfect strawberry blonde sort of essence. And then you have to also understand that these are heat safe fibers. So the way that colors come off on them, they're not going to be as shiny. They're going to look quote unquote more natural than a regular synthetic, which is going to be more shiny. Mandarin rooted is also rooted, hence the name, but the bulk color, like if you were to look only here, is pretty similar. They have the same very well done orangey sort of strawberry blonde that's natural. Like if you have a very, very light copper sort of redhead, they both pull the same way. And that's what I see in this and in this one. Obviously this one is rooted, this one is not, this one is heat safe, this one is not. But the colors, at least the bulk part of Mandarin Rooted, is definitely got the same sort of light coppery strawberry blonde natural sort of red going on, which is really hard to find when it comes to like wigs, because you get the very dark reds or like coppers, but as far as getting a strawberry blonde that's super natural, that's really difficult to come through. Okay, so that would be all of those colors. If anyone wants to see stuff mixed together or compared specifically, you can do that. Otherwise, I have, while you guys are coming up with what you'd like to see perchance, I've got 2 of the new Raquel Welch. These are straight up with the twist elites, and I've got it in 2 colors, in Shaded Cappuccino and Shaded Biscuit. So I will show it first in Shaded Cappuccino. So this is an elite, and usually when it comes to elites, I think like my simmer is the same too. So I watched Marlene's video, and I have to agree with her when it comes to, yep, it's the same on this one too. So they say they're 100% hand-tied, and they're not when it comes to that. So they have where it's got a full monofilament and a lace front that goes ear to ear with velvet-lined moldable ears here. So you have where it's hand-tied, and it's through this segment here. And you can actually see in here, if you were to get it, you can see the actual pieces where it is hand-tied to the knots. And then the rest here is where it's, I call it close wefted, which is where you can see the wefting, and it's all one cap, which is a good thing, because then the hair is less likely to poke back through or be itchy or anything, and it is more comfortable. In my opinion, you just get less stretch. As you can see, this is very stretchy up here. This gives you a little less due to the closed wefting. It does have where the adjusters are hidden, so it's comfort around the side here, and it has an extended velvet nape with Velcro adjusters. All right, so here is the color. This is Shaded Cappuccino. It is a blonde that leans on the side of being kind of like, I'll just pull it out again, like brown sugar sweet cream, where it's kind of got that like, is it brown, is it blonde? It's kind of in between sort of situation. And this one, it does want to face flop a bit in the beginning, but if you spray it with water or heat train it, or even say use a headband or something, you can easily tame that. I did buy a heat comb myself to try and help with that, like an actual, there we go. There we go. See? Just a little effort. So here you go. Yeah, see, they're got the same sort of vibe going on, where they're not quite blonde, not quite brown. It's just a nice blend going on in there. It's super pretty. And this one is smooth. It's got, it definitely kind of cups the face like this as the style comes through. But because of the monofilament part that you've got going on here, you can part it on the side if you'd like, and make it more heavy on one side also, like that, if you like that more. I know not everyone likes a center part. Oh, thank you, Marlene. Okay, so there is her in Shaded Cappuccino. And then I've got her in Shaded Biscuit. So exact same cap construction here. Full monofilament. I'm going to say it's partially hand-tied, and then it's got the bottom is closed wefted. It has velvet ear tabs and an extended velvet nape and Velcro adjusters. Love it, says Anne. Yes, I do agree. This is I think it's a very classic style. And the fibers, because they are, you know, they're Raquel Welch. They feel really nice. They're soft. So I know if anyone's watched me, for any length of time, I've always kind of had issues with Raquel Welch when it comes to, oh, that's a lot of volume there, with the lace fronts. But this lace front is really, really, really good. You can see it's laying flat. There's no puckering. It is really quite comfortable. I don't feel like it's too tight. I didn't take it in either. There we go. This way. Okay, so I'm going to say that it's got some density on the top. I feel like if you took a hot comb and some water and you got in there and put it where you wanted to in the part and brought it down, if you don't like the higher density through this area, you could absolutely calm it down. But that's what she looks like in Shaded Biscuit. Yeah, this is a very classic style. I feel like makes me feel like I'm getting ready to go to work or something. Like professional boss lady. It's very nice. Okay. There is that one. Let's say, can show the two colors together for you. So Shaded Biscuit and Shaded Iced Cappuccino. Very, very pretty. If you flat iron her, it looks great. Yes, that's what I was saying. That if I actually, like I said, I bought a heat comb so that I could help tame specific things with wigs where they like to like pop up and how it can look kind of weird. Okay, so if anyone has any sort of request, can get that through. Otherwise, I can just come back tomorrow. My whole plan tomorrow was to probably do, I know it's like kind of late because it's already into January, but I was going to do like my favorite wigs of January or of 2023, even though I've only been wearing wigs for about, I would say since March of last year, because I've had quite the experience with it so far when it comes to whether or not I like it or how it fits and the kind of things that I go for and what I reach for in wigs, if anyone's interested in that sort of thing. Thank you, Vicky. You're welcome, Margaret. Thank you, Rita. Just popping in. You have, yes, Vancia. Yeah. Yeah, there was 3 pixies. There's San Francisco right here, Palo Alto, and hold on. Palo Alto, here we are, and then Napa. So yes, I will run through these real quick. So this is Palo Alto, and this is in Buttercream Blonde. This is going to have the least amount of volume for the pixies, and it has a really good set of bangs, in my opinion. They sit pretty perfectly right here. They're not too long. I don't have a very big forehead. It's like 2 inches. So if you don't want to have to trim your bangs, this is like a really good length, and it has the least amount. Interested, Sherry? Okay, cool. You're very welcome, Tony. You'd love to see my favorites, Marlene? Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll definitely do that. I was gonna have my mom come back on too. She was planning to do it. I'll be able to do it later this month. She won't be able to do it tomorrow due to her work schedule. Which one is this one? This is Napa, and this is in the dark brown HL, and this is I think my favorite out of them when it comes to the pixie cuts, because it's got just a little bit more volume and it has this super piecey sort of thing. Works super great with this color, honestly. Margaret says you look great in everything, or everything looked great on you. Thank you so much. Marlene says thank you so much, Allison. Very helpful seeing all the colors. You're very welcome, Marlene. Thank you. Okay, and then the last one I've got is San Francisco in Mocha Maple Brown. This is the one that's got, in my opinion, the most amount of volume just naturally in it. And none of these have permatease, so you could very well like decide that you don't like. They all have a lace front with a left-sided lace part, but I find that with this one in particular, you can ignore that if you want to create a lot of volume on the top. All right, ladies, so I will go ahead and I will hop off and I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will get out all of my favorite stuff that I've had since I started wearing wigs. That way you guys can see it and see what kind of things I look forward to in a wig, specifically when I pick them out, and the styles I like and how I feel about certain things. So I will see you tomorrow, and I've had a really great time. It was good seeing you guys again. Good night, everyone.